with that.
No way I'm cracking this.
I'm fluent in uncooperative old machine. Want me to give that terminal a look?
I hear something!
Don't let them hurt me!
Nothing. What is it?
Looking for something?
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You have to get to work right away, Detective.
So...
That is not important right now.
Yep, that's me. Lowly partner. I don't even get real business cards.
Right. Getting back to my daughter. It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would... I know my daughter isn't in.
Let's talk money. Investigations for the missing aren't cheap.
Sorry about this, Kenji. Expenses and all that.
Of course. How does...
We'll find her.
Thank you. Her room...
Don't worry.
Right?
Sure don't make them like they used to.
Project log? Radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi?
I don't know what more to say. I never should have let her grandfather teach her.
Her grandfather?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
Tell me more.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it or something. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her.
Why did you...
I know. Why would every minute...
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
So quiet without all the cars.
Mrs. Nakano,
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave?
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
No, it's nothing. I don't want to distract you, Detective.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
Nothing else right now.
My dad's gonna kill me for locking myself in that fridge.
Good work. Now, let's see what's in that safe.
I hope we find out what happened
Project
to my
log?
mom and dad.
Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt
Wonder if
off,
anyone even
like
plays
I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I think I know where...
She went that far up north? God,
Sure.
there's no time to waste.
Wait, did you find out why she left it?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter.
You're right, Detective.
Your daughter made contact with a...
What? That's...
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synth.
It doesn't matter if your daughter is a synth, Mrs. Nakano. She's still a person who needs help.
But my daughter isn't a synth.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my...
Right? A magic boat ride? Will there be sea monsters?
While I know the seas aren't exactly safe, I am confident the boat can get you there unharmed. Before you go,
I know my partner here can be a little glib, but we won't rest.
Kasumi, please.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Okay, ask.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you, it's a whole hell of a lot to
Yeah.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I...
Sure.
Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as... The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type, guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of...
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years
Sure.
Every settlement, only the Commonwealth I took up.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kids. I took her home, and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Taking up in the...
Was it hard?
But I... Wife run.
Right.
An upset father decides moving him and the kids to good neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst day. After a while, the jobs got... Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things... It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. With some time and effort, that's a long story, but I hope it helped.
My father's boat can guide itself, and it is strong enough. Enough to make the trip.
Where all the... Since God.
We have a backlog of synths in the pipe. Let's get them out.
Excuse me.
Hey there. Hey, you're Charmer, right? I've been looking for you. Name's Boxer. Boss called me in on account of some rumors making their way through the Commonwealth. There's word that there's some kind of colony of synths way up the coast, all on their own. You heard anything like that?
Well, I'm following a lead on a place called Bar Harbor.
Never heard of it. Doesn't mean it's not connected, though. If you're already looking into it, don't let me stop you. Just...
the damn gun down. Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around
We don't
here.
need the likes of you. We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. Sorry, you've caught us. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intention.
A young woman from the
Some sort of detective, huh?
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners ain't coming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall. The hull never let... Be careful on the hull, stranger. Don't fall off. If you do, you might not be able to rescue you.
Man the hull! Something's out there.
You sure you saw something?
This ain't a drill.
The hell?
I've peeled everyone.
I've got wounded out here!
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Gulpers!
Oh God! Defend yourselves!
Don't let them hurt me.
Get the island at it. You sure?
You're in for it now! Don't underestimate us again.
Watch yourself. Give her some covering fire.
Someone's
Don't let
coming.
them hurt me.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
Anglers!
No way to pick this.
Don't let them hurt me!
Couldn't take long.
Clear. All right. Well done, all. Open the gate.
Whatever.
Avery.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. But for your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those children of...
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the rat eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden the stranger with all this nonsense.
Can we get back?
Sorry for all. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need it. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look. Please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie. And let me say something you might not hear again.
Take it one day at a time.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannons.
Everyone! Everyone!
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths! Open your damned ears! So the fogs are coming for us all, and I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house!
Yeah!
Woo! Time to party!
Here's some Mitch.
Mitch! Mainlander, today's your lucky day. Free beer for ya! Ha ha!
You have anything a bit stronger?
Ha ha! I like your style, but... no. So, drink up. Stay here over long and the fog will claim you. Might as well meet her with a belly full of fire, eh?
I could use a drink.
Music to the ears.
Oh, I think Dick likes you. Here, kitty.
Perfect. Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Everyone's got their price.
Keep your caps. If you're sick, the bartender Mitch sells it. Crap.
Hey.
You got my whiskey yet?
Here you go.
Ah, now you're talking. I can get you to Acadia. But you still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me. Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. Tastes foul as sin, but it'll help. We need to move through the main drag. Old mountain trail. We're the fog ain't like nothing you've seen in Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live. There's someone or something else here.
Look sharp.
You're not half bad at scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of the body. Might just make a proper Far Harbor woman out of you. See, the fog can do a number on you. Get you all turned around. Does something to your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with, but now... We ain't no... Got you! The ammo, see what's left.
What's that? We grow everything extra mean on the island. Still got a ways to go. Hear that? Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear, but you never know. Young lad, no higher than your knee. The whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. What was that?
You're in for it now.
I'll be drinking a toast to your corpse. Oh, damn.
That'll teach him. There's some...
Look sharp!
Here's the mountain trail. Skip the village and make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Here we go!
You like them puppies? We grow everything extra mean on the island. Still got a ways to go. Hear that? Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear. But you never know. When I was a young lad, though higher than your knee, whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. What was that?
You're dead! You're in for it now. We ain't alone.
Not doing them much good at this point.
What was that?
Gotcha! Firefighters need to wipe their eye stalk.
There's someone or something else here.
Now you got my attention.
Count the animals, see what's left. Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them around. We ain't alone here.
There. Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic, that's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those, too?
Oh, whoa, let's just...
You're right. Waste of it.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of...
You do know you're crazy, right?
Watch yourself, outsider. You walk through Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on. Up ahead, the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now. And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk, they'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together? Keep saying to myself I should settle down someday.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain, above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you, as long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and, a pony?
I see. I'm afraid some of those things... Kasumi is here. She's safe and up. Before you do, though, tell me. We're not answering any more questions until you play straight. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror. Nick? It can't be you. Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life. Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
I know this joke. Two androids walk into a bar.
I'm afraid the punchline isn't going to be very funny. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment. Keep talking. One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked.
I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Is it really possible that...
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, or are you buying this whole there's only so much room of their argument? I don't know. It's not like...
We'll talk later.
Nick, I don't... Now, about young... I asked you before if you think...
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these, or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi.
Right.
Tell me.
No. But if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be.
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran...
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole? I won't lie to you. There will always...
Right.
But I can promise you that we will accept you.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. And I'm sure you're eager to...
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But I know how frightening...
Ideals aren't going to protect escaped synths. We do what we...
I know that's what... Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
So,
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Hey there. Good to see you again. Have you been able to confirm those stories about a group of synths up north?
I met a synth. Calls himself Dima. He's trying to create a community up north for...
Really? That's amazing. I've never heard of this Dima, but he sounds like our kind of guy. Synth. You know what I mean. Do they need our help? Can we establish some formal communications with them?
They could absolutely use the railroad's help.
That's maybe the best news I've heard in a long time. Look, I'll head up north as soon as I can. If we can talk face to face with these synths, it's a good start. Thanks, Charmer. This could make a huge difference for us.
Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time. You really walked the Freedom Trail. By yourself.
Make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses if you are.
The boys have been working on some new toys. You want to take a look?
Let's take a look.
Made a new batch of whatnots for you.
One more hour till my shift ends.
good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Factory default mode.